Oh my god, there is nothing more frustrating when you're in the middle of drafting and all of a sudden your motivation poof away. Your novel's partially done, but you just don't feel like writing. What do you do? What's up, my fellow wordsmiths? I'm Tim. It's the middle of November, and right around this time, for some odd reason, motivation for NaNoWriMo just poof away. It's gone for some reason. And yes, I know what you're gonna say. I totally 100% plan to have this video go up at this time for this specific reason. I'm gonna give you 7 tips that have worked for me when my motivation just poof away. And these tips are not just for those participating in NaNoWriMo. These work regardless of when you're drafting a novel. Like, subscribe, social, not good. Great, let's get started. Not motivated? Well, this might be because you used up all your creative juices and are trying to write on empty. I have a theory on why Nano participants struggle so much in the 3rd week of November for NaNoWriMo. This is because they're not used to writing so much. They've used up all their creative energy. Probably gone by the 1st week, somehow coasted through a 2nd week on the fumes, so by the 3rd week, they're empty. Nothing left. If this is the case for you, I'm afraid I've got some bad news. It's gonna be a while before you get to write again. Maybe a few weeks.
If you're unlucky,
months. I've had this experience myself, and I didn't waste my creative energy in just a week or so or two. No, I would waste it over a few days, and then I wasn't able to write again for weeks, maybe not another month.
It sucks.
The solution to this is you gotta look to Hemingway. He has the best advice on this, which I talk about in this video here. But I'll give you the gist of it. You need to stop writing when you still got something left in the tank.
yeah.
And you know where you're going and excited for it.
Yeah, baby.
This way, by the next day, all that creative energy that you used up will be back and you can pick up writing where you left off. Okay, this one's more for pantsers or highlight writers, but can work for outliners. Now, it's very easy to just start writing up a fury until all of a sudden you don't know where to go next. You're stuck. You're
Stumped.
Where do I go? Why? This is so hard. Where do I go next? Highlight writers, you know where to go next. You have your major bullets of things you want to get to. You just may not know how to get there. The simple solution is this. Keep track of your ideas as you're writing, because they do come up.
I know.
All you're gonna do is, after a writing session, any ideas that may have come up of where you could go next, or just ideas in general, write them down somewhere. In a writing software, a piece of paper.
Tattoo them on your...
Maybe not go that far, but write them down. Even if you don't use them, they're there for the next time you get stuck. Because you never know. An idea that comes up while writing chapter 5 might actually work better in chapter 12. Maybe you might have to tweak it a little. Maybe you have to merge it with an idea that you got in chapter 8 while you were writing to get it to work. But you never know unless you track them. Outliners. You may be like, this doesn't work for me. I outline everything. Have you ever been writing a scene that you outline, but you add some stuff, and next thing you know it, plot hole. Yeah, these happen. Now you have to fix it. Well, if you're keeping track of your ideas when you added this stuff that created the plot hole, you probably already have the solution. But you won't know unless you track your ideas as you're writing. There is something all writers fear at some point while writing a novel.
The blank page.
You could just be starting to write the novel or deep into it, and all of a sudden the blank page freezes you. What do I write? It's actually an elegant and very simple solution that took me way too long to figure out. And yes, I'm a little saucy with myself for not figuring this out
way sooner.
No more blank page. Now, if you think this is a cop-out, you're not necessarily wrong. You can't say it's blank anymore. There's text on the screen. If it so happens to be your scene summary, and like, Okay, yeah, now I gotta write, but what am I gonna... Oh, wait, this is what I gotta write. Okay, so maybe if I just... Okay, oh, what? Okay, yeah. Oh, my God, I'm writing! And, If you don't have a scene summary, but have bullet points, paste them there. If you don't have any of this, like you're a pantser, just paste something in there, and you don't have a blank page anymore. I'm having way too much fun with this video right now. Oh my God, and I still have like 4 more to go. No, I don't mean go and write a complete outline for the novel, then come and write this scene. No, I'm not talking about that. I see you pantsers ready to skip this one. No, I simply mean make a plan for what you're gonna write in this scene. Map it out. Example, you have a chase scene through a high school. Figure out what you're gonna do with it. It can be a completely detailed map or vague of like, I need to get my character from A to B, but I want them to stop over here in C because I have a cool thing I want to happen here. So I need to figure out a reason why they can't go directly to B. And then you just figure that out while you're right if you're a pantser. Or even if you do have a detailed map of the chase, you can ignore it once you get a flow going or a better idea pops up while writing it. But I do this weeks before I ever write this scene. Then I make adjustments when I come to actually write it. Well, I used to do this. I completely and utterly forgot about this for about a decade, and it royally screwed me over in my writing. Sadly, the reason why you may not be motivated is because there's something wrong with your story. You may not be able to tell what it is or put your finger on it, but deep down, you know there's something wrong with it. And if that's the case, I'm sorry.
You're screwed.
The only way to get motivated again is to fix the problem. But you can't fix what you don't know. Your best option is to simply move to a different project for a little while and then come back to it. This will give your brain time to figure out what's gnawing at it, and figure out the problem with it. And if you're lucky, the solution. But not always. Sometimes the only way to fix it is to start over with a brand new outline. Well, if you're an outliner. It sucks, but you might have to. Not always, but you might. Sometimes you just gotta write even though you don't feel motivated. It sucks, but you do. Motivation is great. It's awesome. But you gotta be able to do things even if you don't feel motivated. Those who write only when motivated and those who write regardless is literally the difference between pros and Joes. Pros write regardless of motivation, even if it's only 10 words. I've done this. I had no motivation whatsoever.
None.
But I had a really awesome writing streak going, and I didn't want to give it up. So I wrote 10 words.
And I was done.
I wrote that day. Done. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Oh, I feel so dirty. Like I said in that last one, you got to write anyway. One of the ways to do that is to use word sprints. Oh, it's so dirty. The reason why I feel this way is because I hate word sprints. And in this video, where I utterly destroy the use of word sprints, I found one and only one good thing they're good for.
Warming up.
Sometimes you don't feel like writing simply because your brain's not fully awake or warmed up for the act of writing. You simply set a timer, 5-10 minutes, and write. Write anything. Just write something. When that timer goes off, your brain will be warmed up for the act of writing. You'll be able to write. At that point, ditch the word sprints and just write like you normally do. I've used every single one of these tips to fix the lack of motivation. Try them out. See which ones will work for you. I'm sure most will, but sadly, sometimes you're just gonna have to write without motivation. It sucks. Deal with it. We all do. You made it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, why not smash that like button and subscribe? What the hell is Kindle Vella? It's quite simple. Click the video over there. You know, the one way over there? Yeah, click that one to find out. And I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye!